I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin, red line of resistance, rejection. Here we are again. Another day, another rejection below this line of resistance. Until the bulls can break above it, downside is possible. So you see that you've got a double bottom, which is a bullish idea. However, we're going to zoom into some lower term time frames and look for some shorter term bearish ideas where you could see another move down to this lower trend line, and potentially does that mean a break to the downside. So this is the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. We talked about it yesterday. So one great thing about trading these falling wedges is they have a very high probability of breaking out to the upside, and this one did. And so part of my strategy, like top of the list, falling wedges, rising wedges, you long the falling wedges, especially with bullish divergence. You short the rising wedges. Now, you're not always going to be right. You're coming up here to this overhead resistance where all the sellers are stacked at, right? You're coming up here to this level. So the question, and then possibly you even got a bull trap right here where buyers got exhausted. So not a good sign. So at this point, you've got a 68% chance that this breaks to the downside. Now, if it goes the other direction and breaks above this level, you want to long a lot of the altcoins. Altcoins have been doing okay because Total 2 bounced. That falling wedge we talked about played out, but we're keeping our eye on Bitcoin because it's following the stock market. So we'll come back to that in just a second. This is Bitcoin CME futures, and you can see again this red bar of resistance that's kept this price action pretty well contained to the downside. Hasn't been broken yet. You did have one attempt and it failed, and now you had your rising wedge and broke to the downside already, but it's still working, trying to work sideways. But there are ideas if you can't break above this, you've got the 2 hour 200 simple moving average that you could see a break lower. This has just been chop city, right? We've been trading these tiny little small caps on Kucoin, and that's where we've been making all our money. And that's it, right? Because I don't even care what Bitcoin's doing, and it's kind of a phenomenon that we've figured out, and we are milking it. Just like whatever you do in this market that works, do it until it doesn't work, right? This person, I got a ton of shout outs to members of my trading group. This person shorted ADA. He's up to 6 figures. Imagine $100,000 in crypto, $200,000 in crypto. This person made more money in 15 minutes than he does working 2 days at work. Sorry about that. My phone never is on, but right now it is. And so we'll just mute that. Just waiting for a call. Went to the doctor's office and actually had got some good news. They found some disc problems and they're going to look at it, maybe an epidural. So I'll get some relief. And so that's going to be amazing. But until then, I'm at the stand-up desk talking about some amazing traders in the training group. This young lady, she got her bachelor's of commerce degree. And I didn't even know what she called it, BCom. She's like, yeah, BCom. And I'm like, BCom? What's that? Bachelor's of commerce. She paid $16,000 for the remaining 2 years. And she made this in the group trading. Crypto changes so many lives. Now, a lot of people get completely wrecked. And if you come in here and you throw in a bunch of money and you just throw $10,000 in this market and hope it's just going to pay you back, you're wrong, because you're giving your money away. This person, over the last 5 months, 35x'd his money, his capital, and he went to $88,000 from $2,500. We nail the bangers every single day. Here is LDO that we nailed today. Hodge nailed LDO. Joe nailed FET. I've nailed ANC again. And this is just the last 3 days. This is what we do. Double digit bangers. You got to be in the right coins. That's all there is to it. I can help you. Now, I had so many people rejoining the group, coming back to where the money is made. And to make sure you're in the best setups, period. We're doing $100 discount plus 60% off for 6 months or 12 months if you pay with crypto. Huge savings. Banging. Go over to my website, cryptorev.net. Join. If you have any questions about joining, send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. LG aims to make TVs compatible with Metaverse systems. Metaverse and Web3 are going to have a crazy hype rally, crazier than you've ever seen. You're going to make more money than you can even imagine. You just have to survive and potentially make some money to use to double, triple, quadruple, 10x, 20x for the Metaverse run up. Watch. It's going to happen. Now, crypto lender Genesis, who, if you'll remember, was involved in Gemini's, they have this earn feature, and they were borrowing. Essentially, they would pay out, 8% interest, and Genesis was involved in that. And now on the 8th, Gemini is going to come out and say, hey, where's our money at? We got $900 million that our customers are owed. And there's a good chance that you'll see a bankruptcy out of this. And that bankruptcy definitely could be a black swan event. So be careful with if you have any longs open at this point. I've just been sitting on the sidelines playing it safe, but jumping in and jumping out a few altcoin trades. Genesis announced in August it planned to cut 260 person workforce by 20%, but it laid off 30%. The CEO is moving into an advisory role. Sounds like trouble. DeFi security losses rose almost 50% in 2022 to hit $3.64 billion. There's over $1.4 billion worth of stolen DeFi funds that were laundered. Now, one of the things we talk about all the time is these token unlocks. And so Tornado Cash, Torn, has a huge token unlock coming. 1inch has a huge token unlock coming. Moonbeam has a huge token unlock. APT does as well. Now, typically you see these are developers taking profits, and they're dumping these coins. But Near had a token unlock, and it pumped 22%. It went opposite direction. Like, the developers just kept buying. People just kept buying. So pretty interesting to see a complete opposite move out of the price action than what one would expect. Near is just one of those coins that always just melts faces off. Like, every bull market, every mini bull cycle out of the altcoins, I can post Near and I know it's just going to kill it. And it just does. Here's the DXY. So this is concerning. The dollar is strong. It's working higher. It's been in a downtrend for an extended period of time. And now you've got shoulder, head, shoulder. Be careful with your crypto. Okay, this thing continues higher. You'll see crypto downside. You'll see altcoin downside. You'll see stock market downside, period. Total 2. We talked about this falling wedge would give some type of relief rally to the altcoins. You just didn't want to see a dump at this level. And it broke out to the upside. So again, the measured move, and this could continue going, just depending on what happens with this news that we're talking about when it comes out. So you could work up and you could get another, say, 7 or 8% gains out of all the altcoins as a whole, but Pump City if this thing breaks below this level. Okay, so be careful with what you're doing. The number one thing you have to do in the bear market is simple. Just survive. Just survive. Just make it. I'm coming almost every single day to you guys just to make sure you survive, to keep you motivated, to say, hey, you know what? I got my teeth kicked into, but I made a ton of money during the bear market once I figured out my rhythm and my flow, because everybody's going to be different. Now, if you notice down here, ES1, right, the S&P E-mini futures, after the break to the downside here, it looks like it's going to possibly bearish retest. And so if it does, you're looking for a move to the downside, and it could be significant. So just be ready for a possible move to the downside based on that idea. If it breaks out, great. Hey, you know what? We're going to long altcoins. We're going to long altcoins, and then potentially you work up here to this resistance. And if it, well, to this resistance first, if it breaks this resistance, then you're here. But if it doesn't break this, then you're looking for your pullback, right? So it's all about timing. You have to use these other charts. That's why it's important for me to cover these for you. Crypto asset inflows fall to 3-year lows. So you've had 63% pullback out of Bitcoin. I had people calling me like, Chris, find a way, get me into crypto, get me into Bitcoin, get me into crypto, get me into Bitcoin. Bitcoin was $64,000. And I'm like, you guys, like, this is not the time. Like, it's, yeah, could it go higher? Of course, but you're supposed to buy when everybody's scared to buy. Talk to me in a year. Very few people have actually followed up with that idea because their stocks are getting hit so hard. So again, understand that right now the market, you don't have a whole lot of trading volume. People are not super excited about this market, but this is the best time to buy, and this is the best time to join the group, because this is the best time to pick up these coins at ridiculously low prices. You have to be smart enough to retrain your mind. Anthony Pompliano, he comes out and he says, okay, there's this EU trade with Russia, these sanctions, right? There's all these sanctions with trading with Russia. And in the EU, if you see this, and not necessarily crypto related, but just an idea that shows like nobody apparently cares about some trade embargoes. Germany, they traded up 33%, Poland up 24%, Italy doubled their exports to Russia, France up 84%, Netherlands 51%. And again, look, Slovenia up 346%, Luxembourg up 262%. Very few countries actually cut back the trades with Russia based on EU sanctions, right? What does that tell you? Like, does anybody even care? Some of this stuff is almost laughable. Like but what isn't laughable is what potentially can happen when the United States comes out with some crazy restrictions on crypto. You'll have to know that immediately people would sell altcoins and move to Bitcoin. Right? One thing that isn't a joke is these potential regulations and rules that are coming for Bitcoin and crypto. In the United States, easily people just dump all their altcoins and sell their alts, and they buy Bitcoin and they just put it on a hardware wallet, forget about it, right? Possibly Ethereum. Litecoin's got a halving event. You know, there's a lot of top coins that are decentralized. You want them to be coins that are mined, but again, you just want to be wary and knowledgeable on the fact that the United States could come out and really do anything. So we have to pay attention to what happens with that. The Fed is already kicking us in the teeth, and you've seen such a tragic downtrend out of stocks and crypto. So hopefully they lighten things up a little bit so we can get some upside. But until then, we're just been shorting the heck out of these altcoins and making a ton of money. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.